few moments later.
San Francisco elects a new mayor. Incumbent Mayor London Breed has been ousted by Levi Strauss heir Daniel Lurie. Mayor-elect Lurie won 56% of the vote, while Breed trailed with nearly 44%.
The most progressive mayor in the most progressive city has been fired because crime was a problem. Welcome to San Francisco, the most progressive and liberal city in America.
San Francisco used to be known as one of America's most beautiful cities. While one of the world's wealthiest metros, San Francisco is also one of the most liberal. In recent years, the city has served as a test bed for many progressive policies that then show up in other parts of the country. These range from offering sanctuary to illegal immigrants, cash payments, and even free marijuana to the city's homeless, decriminalizing property crime, and defunding the police. The city's depolicing initiative aimed to strip cops of their power to enforce the law.
Now, Mayor London Breed is what's known as a radical left Democrat. How radical? Well, London took a $120 million from the police department to give it to black people for reparations. I'm not making this up.
Yeah, London Breed wants to take $120 million away from the city's law enforcement budget as a form of reparations toward the black community. She said the city has had decades worth of policies which has basically prevented them from being able to prosper. So here is a look at some of the numbers. The police department's budget would shrink by $40 million in each of the next 2 years under Breed's plan. That is 6% of its budget, and $20 million would be taken from the sheriff's department. Preliminarily, the police chief says most of the money would come from not filling open positions. Vehicle purchases may also be put on hold.
For those who truly believe that Black lives matter, it's important that we listen to Black voices. It's important that we allow Black people to lead this movement.
So as you see, police department defunded, they're giving out reparations in San Francisco, and then crime exploded.
One was a difficult year for the city when it came to crime. Mayor Breed and the chief of police held a news conference today to share last year's crime stats. So last year, San Francisco had 56 homicides. That's the highest it's been since 2017. In terms of crimes related to gun violence, there were 222 victims last year, the highest since 2016, and there were over 2,200 robberies reported, which is slightly less than 2020. However, the mayor and chief pointed out that not all robberies are reported.
This is just more icing on the cake, telling us that rampant crime has become a regular part of life.
So typical that in the 30 minutes we were at this Walgreens, we watched 3 people, including this man, steal.
Did that guy pay? Did that guy pay? He didn't pay.
Walgreens says this Richmond neighborhood store with aisles of products like mustard locked behind plexiglass has the highest theft rate of all their nearly 9,000 U.S. stores, hit more than a dozen times a day. When thieves turned to cleaning out ice cream and frozen burritos, workers grew so frustrated they resorted to the chains. They were ordered down by corporate because of the negative messaging.
Retail theft is rampant in San Francisco. We walked into a store and easily spotted and recorded shoplifters in action. Now some retailers are going to new lengths to protect their products.
It's happened again. 4 women run off after stealing from the CVS pharmacy at Van Ness and Jackson in San Francisco, this time just before 6 Monday night. It's the latest grab-and-go crime in San Francisco that's forced many drugstores in the city to close. The man who took this video tells me he feels sorry for the workers who have lost their jobs or have had their hours reduced because of what he called out-of-control shoplifting. Organized retail theft has become such a hot-button issue that it's now a point of focus in the upcoming gubernatorial recall election.
Now, because crime was going out of control, stores and businesses that were in San Francisco were like, hold on, we're not going to stay here for this ridiculous stuff. So they started leaving.
Starbucks is joining the long list of large businesses to shutter stores in San Francisco. Here's a look now at the cafes set to close. The locations primarily concentrated in the financial district, as well as one located in Nob Hill.
San Francisco's once bustling downtown streets still struggling to bounce back as retailers continue to flee.
The exodus continues.
A lot of retailers have been pulling out of the city.
In the past few weeks, Westfield announced it's giving up its prominent downtown mall location, while AT&T revealed it is closing its flagship store in the city. The hemorrhaging of businesses, a concerning post-pandemic trend for the city by the Bay. According to an analysis by the San Francisco Standard, nearly half of the non-service retailers in the city's Union Square district have closed since 2019. Major stores like Crate & Barrel, Anthropologie, and H&M, just a few of the almost 100 shuttered in the last few years, while only 12 stores have opened in that time, according to the Standard. The loss of business just the city as it grapples with the issues of employers abandoning the city, homelessness, and drugs.
The countdown is on. In less than a month, these 3 Target stores in the Bay Area will all be shut down. And the reason? It's something we're seeing far too often. Good evening, I'm Karina Nova.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. San Francisco, Oakland, and Pittsburgh will all lose a Target store, and they'll lose them before Halloween. These are the 3 local stores Target announced today will be closing.
They are part of 9 store closures across the country affecting Portland, Seattle, and New York City. Target gave only one reason: retail theft.
Whole Foods is closing its largest store in San Francisco over safety concerns. Store managers tell us they're temporarily closing the mid-market location to ensure the safety of their team members. The store opened up just 1 year ago.
So now, not only crime was going out of control, homelessness was going out of control, the city was just going all the hell. Then the mayor decided, you know what? Let's reverse course. Let's start holding people accountable. Let's start hiring more police officers, and let's refund the police department. I'm trying to save my job.
And it's time that the reign of criminals who are destroying our city, it is time for it to come to an end. And it comes to an end when we take the steps to be more aggressive with law enforcement, more aggressive with the changes in our policies, and less tolerant of all the that has destroyed our city.
For starters, car crime actually way down. From September to the end of November, the city logged nearly 3,400 reports of car break-ins. That's a 50% drop from the same time period last year. The number started dropping when the city actually started pouring smart resources into the problem. They used a combination of bait cars, plainclothes police officers, video surveillance, and the people the cops are arresting are actually being kept in jail.
Most importantly, I think we're arresting the right people, because here's what we found with car break-ins. There are people out there that are prolific. They do this for a living. They have victimized many, many people. And when those people are taken into custody and detained, kept in jail, we see decreases.
In fact, since the city launched its crackdown on these break-ins in August, almost all major crime is down. Total crime down 30%, homicides down 30%, larceny theft down more than 40%, burglary 10%. There seems to be a clear cause and effect here. Back in July of 2020, Mayor London Breed helped reallocate $120 million away from law enforcement and instead, quote, prioritizing investments in the African-American community around housing, mental health and wellness, workforce development, economic justice, education, advocacy, and accountability.
But unfortunately for the San Francisco mayor, the damage had already been done. People of San Francisco were tired of the progressive left and these ultra woke policies and decided we're going to go a new direction, and they voted in a new mayor.
Let's begin with breaking news in San Francisco, where Daniel Lurie, the nonprofit founder and heir to the Levi Strauss fortune, will become the city's next mayor. Incumbent Mayor London Breed conceded this afternoon, just minutes after the latest round of election returns, signaling that her 6-year term in office will soon be coming to an end. So the latest batch of returns this afternoon cemented Lurie's lead even further. There's still 143,000 ballots left to count, but so far he's winning 28% of votes in the first round of voting. Breed has 25%. And then when you factor in ranked choice voting and eliminate the other candidates, Lurie's advantage only grows. And so when all is said and done, he is winning 56% of the final tally, up nearly 13 points from Breed.
So you know what's crazy? This is progressive California, who's kicking out their DAs and firing their mayors and going a different direction, a little bit more conservative, would you say? Crime matters. Economy matters. These are the things that affect everyday people's lives. But my question to you, is this just a fad or is this a trend? Do you think now people have come to their senses, especially even in these more progressive cities, and said, well, hold on, there's a limit to how far we can go with this thing. Crime isn't racist. It's something that has to be dealt with in a civilized society. And how do you feel about the mayor saying that, hey, I'm a black woman first? What if a white guy went up there and said that? Hey, I'm a white man first. And would that rub people the wrong way? And that's how I like to think about these things. If we're going to try to live in a society where race doesn't matter, then it shouldn't matter. But hey, I'm a radical right-wing lunatic. That's at least what they say. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Daniel Lurie, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.